Welcome to our channel, A Person Life Cycle. Gold has played a unique role in human civilization for thousands of years. It is not only admired for its beauty, but has also become one of the world's most trusted stores of wealth. Below is a structured report explaining the history of gold and why many countries and investors use it to protect against inflation. Throughout history, civilizations have searched for a reliable way to preserve wealth. Many forms of money have come and gone, but gold has remained valuable for over 6,000 years. Kingdoms, empires, and modern governments have all recognized gold as a scarce and durable asset. Even today, despite the widespread use of paper money and digital payments, central banks continue to hold large reserves of gold. This raises two important questions. Why has gold remained valuable for thousands of years? Why do countries still hold gold to protect against inflation and financial uncertainty? Chapter 1. The History of Gold. Early Civilization. Gold was first used around 400 BC for ornaments and religious objects in Eastern Europe and the Middle East. Unlike iron or copper, gold did not rust, making it ideal for jewelry and ceremonial items. Ancient Egyptians became one of the first civilizations to mine gold on a large scale. Pharaohs regarded gold as a symbol of divine power and immense wealth. Gold decorated temples, tombs, and the famous burial mask of Tutankhamun. Gold becomes money. Around 600 BC, the Kingdom of Lydia produced the world's first standardized gold coins. This changed trade forever because people no longer needed to weigh pieces of gold during every transaction. Gold coins had a recognized weight and purity, making commerce easier across regions. Soon afterward, the Greeks, Persians, and Romans adopted gold coins. The Roman Empire. Gold became the foundation of international trade. Roman gold coins were trusted throughout Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia. Merchants accepted them because everyone recognized their value. Gold had become both money, a store of wealth. The Gold Rush. The 19th century witnessed major discoveries of gold in California, Australia, South Africa, and Alaska. These discoveries greatly increased global gold supplies and accelerated economic development. The Gold Standard. Between roughly 1870 and World War I, many nations adopted the gold standard. Each country's currency represented a fixed amount of gold. For example, if 1 ounce of gold equaled a certain amount of currency, people could exchange paper money for gold. This system helped stabilize international trade and limited governments' ability to create excessive amounts of money. The end of the gold standard. After World War II, the global monetary system changed. In 1971, the United States ended the direct convertibility of the US dollar into gold. Since then, most countries have used fiat money, whose value depends on government policy and public confidence rather than a fixed quantity of gold. Although currencies no longer rely directly on gold, central banks still keep large gold reserves. Chapter 2. Why gold has been trusted for thousands of years. Gold possesses several rare characteristics that make it an excellent store of wealth. Scarcity. Gold is difficult and expensive to mine. Unlike paper money, it cannot be created by simply printing more. Limited supply helps preserve its long-term value. Durability. Gold does not rust or corrode. Coins and bars can remain virtually unchanged for thousands of years. This makes it ideal for preserving wealth across generations. Portability. Large amounts of wealth can be stored in relatively small quantities of gold. Throughout history, merchants carried gold across continents. Divisibility. Gold can be melted into bars, coins, or smaller units without losing its value. This made trade much easier. Universal acceptance. Nearly every civilization has recognized gold's value. Unlike a national currency, gold is not tied to the success or failure of a single country. Chapter 3. Why countries hold gold to protect against inflation. Understanding inflation. Inflation occurs when the general price of goods and services rises over time. As inflation increases, the purchasing power of money declines. For example, if a loaf of bread costs $2 today, but $4 in 10 years, the same amount of money buys less. This means cash gradually loses value when inflation is high. Gold cannot be printed. Governments and central banks can increase the supply of paper money. Gold cannot be produced in unlimited quantities. Because its supply grows slowly, gold often retains its purchasing power over long periods. Protection during financial crises. During wars, recessions, or banking crises, investors often lose confidence in paper assets. Gold is frequently viewed as a safe haven asset because it is not dependent on any single government or company. Demand for gold often increases during periods of uncertainty. Diversification. Countries hold gold alongside foreign currencies and government bonds. This diversification reduces dependence on any one currency. If the value of one reserve asset falls, gold may help offset some of the loss. Public confidence. Large gold reserves can strengthen confidence in a country's financial position. Even though currencies are no longer backed by gold, reserve holdings remain an important symbol of stability. Gold, the perfect protection against inflation? Gold has protected wealth over many long periods, but it is not perfect. Advantages. Preserves purchasing power over decades. Cannot be created at will. Accepted around the world. Useful during economic and geopolitical uncertainty. Provides diversification for investment portfolios. Limitations. Gold does not generate income like stocks or bonds. Prices can fluctuate significantly over short periods. Storage and insurance can be costly. There have been multi-year periods when gold underperformed other investments. For these reasons, many financial experts view gold as one component of a diversified portfolio rather than a complete investment strategy. Conclusion. Gold has remained valuable for more than 6,000 years because it combines rarity, durability, portability, and universal acceptance. It evolved from a decorative metal into money, then into one of the world's most trusted stores of wealth. Although modern economies operate with fiat currencies, gold continues to play an important role. Central banks maintain substantial gold reserves to diversify national assets, strengthen confidence, and provide resilience during periods of financial stress. Individual investors also use gold as part of a long-term strategy to help preserve purchasing power, especially during times of high inflation or economic uncertainty. History suggests that while no asset is immune to price fluctuations, gold's enduring appeal lies in its ability to retain value across generations and across changing political and economic systems. It remains not because governments require it, but because people around the world continue to trust it as a lasting store of wealth. If you enjoyed this video and found it meaningful, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to support the channel. It helps us create more content that inspires personal growth and thoughtful living. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.